What's happening, Bloke In A Bar wise? What's news?
Mate, it's all just about we're essentially, from a business perspective, without going too far into the detail of where we're at, but we're actually struggling to keep up with demand cash flow wise. So for example, when you sell so much, like let's say you sell fucking heaps, the money it doesn't appear in your account straight away. And the problem is when you're selling so quickly. So for example, we're selling so much that like people may think, oh, they're selling out because they're only putting 5 cases in a bottle shop and they're trying to create the illusion.
Yep.
Yeah. We're putting 60, 70 cases in bottle shops and they're going within an hour.
That's sick.
And so it's, mate, as I said, it is the most humbling thing of my life. Like it's fuck, like I can't put into words. How do you say thank you when you know that that's not the depth of your feelings? You just can't. So you've just got to go around fuck every bloke that you see that buys a beer pretty much. But other than that, that's a good way to say thank you, sure.
I hear. That's what I do after my show. It's just hand jobs galore.
But yeah, so from a business perspective, it's just about like it's making sure we stay in stock, which is really hard because for example, we've sold out of brews that don't even exist yet. So like Bottle-O's have said they've said like we want X amount of cases, and we've said we don't have any. We're waiting on a brew to be done, and so before that brew even is in the vat and in storage, it's already been sold. So as soon as it gets put in storage, boom, it goes straight out to the bottle shop. But as soon as it gets into the bottle shop, it gets bought out immediately. And so you see what I'm saying when it means like even though we have like a year's worth of stock initially. Now we're in this vicious cycle of chasing our tail, like in the sense that, it takes 2 weeks to brew.
Mm.
And so it's just a matter of like trying to stay on top of it. But it's incredibly, this isn't me complaining. This is explaining
it's a good problem.
Kind of how it works.
It's a good problem
Absolutely.
to have.
Absolutely.
Do you have people pre-ordering the product?
As in people online or?
Yeah.
Well, not really, because we don't sell online. And also we have to sell online through a retailer.
Right. Okay.
But yeah. So they can't really pre-order it, but we have Bottle-O's and that pre-ordering in the sense that like they're buying shit before it exists kind of thing. Kind of like you can pre-order a comedy special or whatever. So you put the money, you say we want to purchase it or whatever. Then when it comes out, boom, obviously it comes to you. But yeah, from a perspective, that's a beer perspective. From a sports perspective, we just want to continue growing in the sense that, long term, we want to be an online competitor to Fox Sports. Like we want to be considered that. I know it sounds mental. I know most people, when they hear that, they think, holy shit. But, for example, our Instagram TV, like, this exact same topic, Fox Sports show or Channel 9 show with like, immortals and people calling in, and then me on the mic, just me in a room, our Instagram gets the same views, sometimes more than their Instagram, which shows that, yes, obviously I understand there's a whole component of, TV and that. I'm not discounting that. But what I'm saying is that we're already there or thereabouts online. So yeah, the long-term plan is basically if you get sports content or footy content initially in Australia, you get it from Bloke In A Bar. That's the long-term goal.
Excellent. And I love that attitude because it is true. Even with people like myself, who I looked the other day at the numbers on the free-to-air TV ratings. And there was like, I uploaded 4 videos that week and 3 of them were in the top 3 or something like that, really high in those ratings. And these are television stations with, hundreds of thousands of dollars getting pumped through them every single day. And I'm just in my studio, mm-hmm. and this is the world of the internet. We have more viewers, more eyes than the networks. And we're getting to mm-hmm. that point, and it will happen. And the people who are working the hardest right now will be the ones at the forefront come the future. And I think that's such a positive thing, particularly now when there's talk of the NRL opening back up, in a couple of months. People like yourself, the more content you put out, the better it'll be. And for me, people are at home, they're sick of hearing shit on the news. They're anxious, they're scared. Some people are depressed. If they can watch a video of mine for 10 minutes and they laugh, they're happy and they forget about their problems, then I've done my job. I mean, what I do, and this is what I try and do with everything I do, and you came to my show in the Gold Coast, and thank you very much for coming, was I take those people in that room, the millions of people in that room.
Yep.
And
after you've given them hand jobs?
After the hand jobs, after I ice it up, get my RSI all sorted, I try and make them happy for a period of time, whether it's an hour and a half. and they leave their problems at the door. And you do the same thing. You entertain people. You give people these great interviews with players, and you bring out the best out in players. You take the media training away. And that's the biggest thing for what you do, I think, is you take that media training that is drilled into players as a part of their contract and being brought through clubs, and you allow them to be the people they are. You allow them to be the characters they are. And with things like what you're doing right now, you will help find that Conor McGregor, that front rower that's calling out the opposite front rower. And I think that will be only beneficial to you and the game.